Even after the brothers put Pantera behind them, Philip continued to serve up salvos in the press. In the December 2004 issue of Metal Hammer, Anselmo was quoted as wishing violence against the guitarist.
I remember Dime going, dude, this ain't funny anymore. This is not funny. What have I ever done to that guy to deserve this other than stand up on stage and kick ass for him?
The comment about Dimebag deserving a beating and whatever the hell. We had finished that damn interview. It was a tongue-in-cheek thing that I said, and it ended up on the cover of the damn magazine.
I've got the audio tapes of Phil in that interview. He said what he said, word for word, in a very calm tone of voice, and he's got to live with that the rest of his life.
After he read that article, Darrell wrote a letter and said, you know, you're in competition with someone that's no longer in your life, you know? And I think the very last thing that it says in it is, no longer will you trample through my peaceful mind. It was for Philip. You know, he was done. He wrote him off. You know, he'd had enough of it.
Dimebag had made his peace with the perils of Pantera, but his contentment would be short-lived. On December 8th, 2004, Damage Plan was wrapping up a 2-month club tour at the Alrosa Villa in Columbus, Ohio. But the gig would quickly turn tragic. 10 seconds into the set, 25-year-old ex-Marine Nathan Gale stormed the stage, brandishing a 9mm pistol.
I just screamed as loud as I could, and bam, bam, bam.
I just remember screaming and shooting something, and Vinnie came off the drum riser, and he's coming at me, and he's going, he just shot my brother, he shot my brother.
911! I went to jump from behind the drums to run out and help. And John, Dime's guitar tech, tackled me and held me on the ground.
As soon as I knew he was pointing the other way, we both ran across the drum riser and got to the other side of the stage.
It kept going on, and he picked me up and shoved me and said, run, man.
Go! 911, what's your emergency?
This is Alrosa. We have a shooting.
911 emergency. Alrosa Bar, please. We need help as soon as possible.
Oh, my God.
911.
He came in with a gun and started shooting people.
Oh, you're still shooting.
He's on stage right now. He's got a gun.
The guy's on stage with a gun?
My cell phone rang. It's Vinnie Paul. And he goes, dude, I just saw my brother get shot in the back of the head 5 times.
In the end, 5 were dead, including Dimebag Darrell. Cat Brooks suffered gunshot wounds to the chest, arm, and leg, but was released from the hospital within 3 days of the shooting. Gale's motive for killing remains unclear, but investigators believe he was despondent over the breakup of Pantera. A prodigious roster of hard rock royalty gathered in Arlington, Texas to remember Dimebag Darrell Abbott. But one prominent musician was conspicuously absent.
And I'd flown to Texas to be there and bury my brother. And I sat in a hotel room for 5 days, waiting, sending message after message to Vinnie Paul and anybody else who would even care to hear.
They stuck the phone in my face and said, Phil's on the phone, and if you don't take the phone, he's gonna show up. I got on the phone, and I instantly just said, why are you calling now? And of course, I started to cry. Why didn't you return the 9 phone calls when Darrell called you? I go, if you show up here, I'll blow your head off myself. And I hung up on him.
And I wasn't allowed to go to the funeral.
But to this day, the bad blood between Philip and the Abbott clan continues to boil over.
I want him to live a real long, hard life in the shadow of Dime now, because he'll always be in his shadow, and that was the thing he seemed to fear the most of. Well, karma gets you, I guess.
Months after Dime's murder, Anselmo said he received a heated message from Vinnie Paul.
And the conversation went something to the effect that my day's coming. And my rebuttal is, Vince, all of our day is coming, bro. And if my day happens to end earlier than your day, does that change anything? Will that change anything, or will you lose another brother? I'll be honest with you right now. I need Vinnie Paul real bad. I need him in my life. And whether he knows it or not, he needs me as well.
But the one thing everyone can agree on is the everlasting impact of Darrell Abbott's music and spirit.
He's just up at God's Tavern, you know, making cocktails for everybody, hanging out with Randy Rhoads and John Bonham and Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin, everybody.
Darrell Lance Abbott. In this house will be revered and will be loved and celebrated forever. You know? Period.
Everybody wanted Dom Tom. Now I got to have the most. So I feel fortunate.
He would take me in his arms, Dad, I love you.